Denver 7 Now is sponsored by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Ann Trujillo with the latest from Denver 7. It took story after story, complaint after complaint, and most tragically, the loss of 3 lives in just 2 months. But changes are now coming to an Aurora intersection, and they're not happening next month or next year. Thanks to the noise you have made and the reporting of our Jennifer Kovaleski, this intersection will see improvements in a matter of days.
We're at the corner of County Line and Powhatan Road.
We've done more stories than we can count at this confusing, dangerous Aurora intersection.
Unfortunately, we've had some major accidents.
3 people have lost their lives in 2 months, and then our cameras captured another one.
You have a phone?
I do.
Call
no,
911.
Just last week, one more, leading to a rally cry for safety improvements to save lives.
Before more people are killed in this intersection, they need to do something to stop it.
To really understand what's going on at this intersection, you need a view from above. North and southbound lanes don't stop, but now they will.
So we're going to be able to now put in a 4-way stop.
Aurora City Councilwoman Françoise Bergan says the city is taking action.
I have to thank Channel 7 for bringing this to everyone's attention.
Crews plan to install the new stop signs next week. They are also going to make it easier to see what lane you're in.
To do some striping at this intersection, so to better mark it.
Why did this take so long? Why did it take 3 people being killed out here?
I know, it's very sad, and our sympathies go out to the families. I think it took long because, for one thing, there's multiple jurisdictions.
Douglas County, Aurora, and Arapahoe County all intersect here. Aurora is responsible for the intersection, but Douglas County deputies responded to the crashes.
We were not getting all the data on accidents.
Now with the data they need, changes are on the way.
This is fantastic. Great news.
Changes neighbor Chris Spanos truly believes will save lives.
I actually thought it would take longer, and this has been 2 weeks.
And I think because this was such a complicated intersection with the multiple jurisdictions, that maybe what we've learned is to better communicate with our partnering jurisdictions.
In Aurora, Jennifer Kovaleski, Denver 7.
Flood damage to a Douglas County school is even worse than we thought. Over the weekend, part of the sprinkler system broke at Meadow View Elementary, filling the crawl space with 5 feet of water. That's where the boiler and chiller are housed. The school's been closed all week, and tonight the district says students won't return until Monday, and even then, they'll go to a temporary location while repairs continue. Aurora police have found one of the 2 cars they're looking for in the hit and run that killed a cyclist. The located car is believed to be the first to hit 34-year-old Justin Gonzalez overnight on South Buckley Road. The car they're still looking for may have struck him sometime later as he laid there on the street. Neither driver stopped. A second fire that broke out near the Shawnee Peak fire was caused by a person. That one was quickly knocked down after it started on Monday. Investigators haven't said if they believe it was set intentionally. Now, as for the first Shawnee Peak fire, it was sparked by lightning. It has now burned around 70 acres near Kenosha Pass. No homes are in danger. The building is changing hands, but the popular OneUp arcade in Lodo isn't going anywhere. The brick building on Blake Street sold for nearly $6.5 million. OneUp only operates out of the bottom floor. The rest is office space. The new owners say they plan to keep things mostly the same while doing some renovations. Empower Field at Mile High. That's the new name for the Denver Broncos Stadium. The Broncos purchased the naming rights for the stadium after Sports Authority went bankrupt. Now Empower becomes the new naming sponsor. Denver 7's Gary Brode has reaction from Broncos country.
I think that's a pretty horrible idea.
It was a cool name. We were excited.
What's in a name? It depends on what Broncos fan you ask.
It sounds powerful, actually, and hopefully the Broncos will just have a killer season and the new name will just ride right along with them.
Word spread this afternoon, and the sign came down. After 3 years of Broncos Stadium at Mile High, the stadium will now be Empower Field at Mile High.
Is it going to lower our ticket price?
Probably not.
No, just leave it then.
I'm glad they have a name now.
The Greenwood Village-based company Empower Retirement and the Denver Broncos agreed to a 21-year deal. Denver 7 sources say the deal is worth about $6 million per year.
Empower's got a strong foothold here in the Rocky Mountain area. Anytime they can partner with local communities, it just helps us all out.
Even for the fans that like the name, they admit there will still be a transitional phase.
I think it'll likely take a little time.
Sometimes I still want to say Mile High.
That was Gary Brode reporting. Now, work crews were already hanging up a temporary sign just hours after the announcement. All right, now from the First Alert Weather Center, here's a look at your forecast. Thursday still in the 90s, a little hot, but then cooling down a bit. Look at Friday, Saturday into Sunday with highs in the low to mid 80s. This has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks so much for joining us. Check back here later tonight for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Ann Trujillo.